That was like a little vacation. But when I woke up, I walked to the coffee area and got myself a coffee. And I have to say, I don't regret that decision at all. This is now 3 months, less than 3 months. I started this project after my hernia operation, bringing all the equipment, everything up here myself. There will be very fine grass for children to play. I cannot wait to see my grandson enjoy his life here. We built this by myself. I had no help. This took me 1 year to build by myself. You feel how cool it is in here? Outside, sometimes it's 35, 40 degrees. It can be very hot here in the summer, very hot. But you feel yourself, it's cool here. I built this after I finished my own stay down there. I added this one here for people if they want to come and stay in a nice environment. So they feel extraordinarily comfortable when they come here to stay, because at nighttime it is so quiet. You hear your own heartbeat. But please don't be afraid of mosquitoes, bugs. I mean, this is, after all, you're in the middle of the nature, huh? So they are around everywhere. Well, as you can see, my chicken, all this is fenced in from the birds. We have lots of eagles here. They catch 2 chickens already. So I had to put a net around so they don't come in there and catch my chicken. Look up to my protein production. But better close the door, they like to run out. Well, this is our experimental greenhouse test. What is growing in this environment in the mountain the best without any fertilizer or chemical, zero. So, and I'm hoping to get my first honey this year. Yeah, this is my first cabin six and a half years ago when I built this. That's where I stayed every night when I stayed here. A 130-year-old stove from Germany. I bring this in. Yeah, you can see it's original from Germany, from my grandmother. I bring it in myself from Germany. I use it now 30 some years already. I'm born in 1954, June, and I was 22 years old, I think it was, 22 years. I moved to Canada, from Germany to Canada. Why? That time I have to say Germany was beautiful. And a friend of mine moved to Canada and lived his dream, so to speak. And he said, come, you join me in Canada. So we opened up a company in Montreal. And I found out in Montreal they don't speak English, mostly French. Actually, it's not French in Canada. They speak Quebecois, they call it. It's a mixture of English, French, local, Indian, I don't know. They call it Quebecois. I didn't speak much English that time, very little. We built a nice company there. They made flatware, knives, forks, and spoon. We had 76 employees. The name was Chromolit Canada. And after 6.5 years operation, the headquarter of this Chromolit Canada was a German company, and they asked us to bankrupt this company. Germany, they need 6 to 7 years to write off things. So we published it that our company is bankrupt, and we made an auction, a public auction. People from Germany, from US, from Japan came to our auction to buy parts of our state-of-the-art at that time manufacturing equipment for flatware. And one company from New York, actually not from New York, from Connecticut, is American silver. Anyway, the owner, after he purchased 50% of the manufacturing equipment, he said, but I only buy this equipment if the manager comes with me to Taiwan to install the equipment in his factory, then I will buy this equipment. At that time, we had hired a lawyer to do the auction. And he came to me and said, you have to go to Taiwan to install this equipment and have it run. I said, no, I don't want to go. I didn't even know that time where Taiwan was, to be honest. And Reed Hayes visited me in Canada. He booked me on a trip from Canada in the 4th of May. We had still -5, -8 in Montreal. And when I arrived in May in Taiwan on the airport, at that time you had to open the door of the plane, you had to walk down the stairs on Taoyuan airport. They opened the door and I walked outside and I said, that's not the place I'm gonna spend one extra night. It was 34 degrees in the shade. Entering the plane from -5, -6 in Canada, in Taipei was +34 and 100% humidity. I got a shock. I couldn't breathe proper. God, how can the people live here? And they want me to stay 2-3 days. I felt okay. The heat didn't bother me too much anymore. And especially the food. The Taiwan food, compared to Canada, is like, I would say, day and night. Canada, meat, and meat again. Lots of meat. Every day steak, beef, pork, anything you can imagine, only meat. Lots of meat I eat in Canada. Anyway, I could feel the difference. I had tremendous overweight when I came. I had 92 kilo in Canada. When I came to Taiwan, I adjusted within 3 weeks to the local food. I had no more stomach problem. I felt good. The climate didn't seem to bother me anymore. Well, I decided to stay. So I fly back to Canada, pack up my things, and since over 33 years, I'm here in Taiwan. And it's going to stay that way. I will not go back. I cannot stand -10, -20 or even more anymore. One day we went to this town down there. I don't know what's the name of the town, where they have a go-kart. They drive around there with go-karts and all that. And there was a little shop advertisement of farmland. Was it farmland or was it? Yeah, something like that. Advertisement. So, let's have a look. So we came up here and it looked different. The grass 2 meters high, but the quietness here. And the water running. I saw the water, the river there, the creek. Hey, that might be, I'm gonna change this to a very beautiful place. So we bought the place. Oh, since that time I come frequently here and stay. More like a getaway place for people from the city, go back to nature and for relaxation, for enjoyment, for the hustle and trouble in the city is maybe making people very nervous. And you can see here sometimes many people come up here, 10, 20 people walk up here, just look around and then they walk back. It's quite a long walk from downstairs from the Bali Forest Resort, or what they call it down there, the hot spring resort. To walk up here can take you 30 minutes, I would say. You can reach that place. Then they are very exhausted. I offer them some water and they say, oh, that water tastes good. Yeah, the water is good. Not only tastes good, it is good. Yeah, so I had the idea to change this place for everybody to come and enjoy. Spend the weekend here, relax, forget the city trouble, repower yourself without any cost. I mean, anybody can use this equipment I have here. Nobody comes here to damage anything. No, nobody. And I will build some more so they can stay and enjoy. If somebody wants to rent it for a whole year, they can have it, but maybe then they have to give me a little bit. As long as they're happy. It's nothing more beautiful to give people. When I come here, the people give me so many things in Taiwan, so I can give something back. That's all.